Hello, this is Richie from PlayStationCountry.com, and today we're taking a look at We Are Doomed on the PlayStation 4. And this is a twin-stick shooter by a company called Vertex Pop, and the reason I'm telling you that is because I'm trying to buy a bit of time, because there isn't a whole lot you can say about this game that the visuals aren't going to give away. So in terms of plot, there's nothing, there's no cutscenes or text or anything. There's just you, a weird floating eye thing, going around the levels using the left stick and shooting things with the right stick. Now, unlike other twin stick shooters, your basic weapon is a little bit short ranged. As you can see, it's that little laser thing. It doesn't go very far, doesn't penetrate very much, and it's not super powerful either. So what you need to do is upgrade it to a super laser, and you do that by killing a bunch of enemies and then picking up those flashy kind of purple boxes that are floating over on the left. Get enough of those, your super beam is then an option, and you can activate it and you'll for a few seconds. You can keep the super beam going longer by picking up more of those boxes, but when it comes to kind of gameplay rules and stuff, that's about as sophisticated and complicated as this game gets. Now, I'm a fan of the genre, and one of my favourite games on the PlayStation 4 right now is Geometry Wars 3, so I'm not averse to this kind of game. Unfortunately, this one gets a few things wrong. Firstly, there's the visuals. Now, they're kind of stylish, I suppose, maybe even a little interesting, I don't know, but they're not particularly practical. There's a lot going on right now. I mean, look at all that stuff that's happening, those crosses and squares and triangles that are bouncing around the screen. You know, all you're doing is killing those little enemies. Everything else is just kind of a weird explosion effect, and you don't need that when you're trying to, you know, weave your way through tightly knit clusters of enemies. And the game is pretty difficult as well. It's taken me a while to get as far as I have, which is I think up to about level 25. And there's trophies for beating the entire game, which is 30 levels without losing a life. And I think that might be a little bit misjudged as well. I think they haven't realised just quite how difficult their game is. And it's not down to really the enemies or anything like that. It is really just down to, I say, the visuals and the fact that your weapon is a bit rubbish. Another big problem with the game is just the fact that there isn't that much variation. Obviously, Geometry Wars 3 had a ton of modes on it, a ton of different levels, loads of variation, loads of good stuff. This has just got 30 levels, which all kind of play pretty much the same. You're either being swarmed by little enemies or being attacked by slightly bigger ones. There's also an endless mode, which is pretty much the same thing. I couldn't really see many differences. If you're a fan of the genre and you see this in a PSN sale in a few months' time, and it's dirt cheap, then maybe pick it up, but otherwise I'd recommend ignoring it and instead using your memory powers to remember nothing but PlayStationCountry.com. Bye!